Paul's epic adventure. The story begins with Paul and other prisoners being handed over to Julius, an officer in the Roman army regiment called the Emperor's Regiment. They set sail for Italy, facing difficult winds and navigating around islands. Along the way, Paul warns the crew that continuing the voyage would be dangerous, but his advice is ignored. As they sail on, a strong wind called northeaster blows them off course, forcing them to abandon their original plans and struggle to survive the storm. After days of being battered by the storm, the crew finally finds themselves shipwrecked on the island of Malta. Despite the dire circumstances, Paul's faith remains strong, and he encourages the crew to trust in God. Miraculously, all 276 people on board make it safely to shore, where they are welcomed by the friendly natives of the island. While on Malta, Paul performs a series of miracles, healing the sick and even surviving a snake bite without harm. The natives, witnessing these miraculous events, begin to believe that Paul is a god. Paul and his companions spend 3 months on the island, during which time they are showered with gifts and supplies for their journey. Paul and his companions finally set sail again, making their way to Rome. Along the way, they are greeted by fellow believers who have heard of their arrival and come to offer support and encouragement. Upon reaching Rome, Paul is allowed to live by himself with a soldier guarding him, a sign of the respect he has earned. In Rome, Paul continues his mission to spread the message of Jesus Christ and the kingdom of God. He meets with local Jewish leaders, attempting to convince them of the truth of his teachings by quoting from the law of Moses and the writings of the prophets. Some are convinced, while others remain skeptical. Despite the challenges, Paul continues to preach and teach with boldness and freedom, determined to share the message of salvation with all who will listen.